Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to talk about tonight is an update that was just snuck out in Maine around culpability for who could have stopped the shooting that occurred there last October. You know, the one that the left used as a reason to call for gun control across the board. Yeah, everything's going to be linked in the description box below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. Now, my brothers and sisters, what we talk about a lot on this channel is when these events occur, we start to pick out some pretty disturbing themes and trends of where the police or the authorities or anybody who is in a position to do something didn't really do anything, and then when tragedy occurs, immediately lining up to take away gun rights of the entire nation. All right. Now, as we are talking about this situation in Maine, of course, it's a huge tragedy, but this is sounding kind of familiar to some stuff that we released and we discussed when this occurred around these events. Check this out. Everything will be linked for your review, per always. Maine's yellow flag law would have allowed sheriffs to seize shooter's gun before he killed 18 people. Report. That was released today, actually. Yeah, today, on Saturday. So there's a huge push on the gun controlling left through Moms Demand Action, Everytown for Gun Safety. They really, really want that red flag law nationwide. Now, red flag laws enable you to essentially say that person's a danger to themselves because I feel that they are, and they take your guns or your rights, and they don't tell you why. They don't give you an idea to defend yourself in court. They don't tell you what's going on. They don't tell you the court case is happening. It's happening ex parte, so you're not aware of it. And you find out when they get to suspend your rights, take your property, and you have to spend the next 6 to 18 months basically proving that you're innocent when you've been assumed guilty. That's the point. That's what they've been really jonesing for this entire Biden presidency. They really want red flag laws nationally. Now, let me walk you through this report, because, again, this is a really big deal. Meanwhile, Maine is still pushing for red flag laws on the gun control side. Check this out. A panel reported that a Maine law could have allowed the sheriff to seize the guns from a man who killed 18 people in the Lewiston massacre 4 months earlier. Governor Janet Mills, Democrat, Maine, and Attorney General Aaron Frey assembled the panel to issue a report on the Scathing County Sheriff's Office, particularly when it came to a case of late U.S. Army reservist Robert Card. According to the panel, the office had the prerogative to act under Maine's yellow flag law, which allows for the confiscation of firearms from a person who is seen as a danger to themselves or the public following a medical assessment. Now, this is the incredibly important part about this. The left doesn't like yellow flag laws because they actually require a burden of proof. The police have to be involved and say, yes, this person's a danger to themselves. And then a medical professional has to concur, and then action can be taken. It's very similar to laws that are on the books across the entire state already, across the entire country already. The left doesn't like the yellow flag laws because they basically have a check and balance on anybody reporting anyone, okay? The left, in this case, gun control, Moms Demand Action, they're saying red flag laws are nationally required because you can never be too safe. So just infringe on anyone and everyone's rights. The yellow flag law basically says, yeah, we will act, but you have to have proof. You have to have medical assessments backing up that proof, and you have to have police concurring with the idea. So you've got multiple different steps, including the person of origin. The left doesn't like yellow flag laws, and that should tell you something, because that has a lot of, or at least attempts to have more due process protections than the red flag laws, but the left lines up against them. Why? That's the question we're always focusing on. But listen to this. This is, again, coming in the same report. The panel wrote that local law enforcement had several opportunities that, if taken, may have changed the course of events. 5 months prior to Card's 2-day rampage and ultimate suicide, his family had reached out to the sheriff's office and raised concerns about Card's mental health. At the time, the family also reported the office that Card had as many as 10 guns, or access to as many 10 guns. Now remember, this is the same guy who was not allowed to be on base with firearms as a National Reservist. This is the same guy where police knew about him, same guy where the family was going, please do something, and there's no action taken. That's the big theme. It's not about lining up with more gun control laws in order to infringe and protect. That's what they kind of like to do. They like to infringe on certain people and try to attempt to protect others. But they don't even act on the laws that they have. Take, for example, New York's sensitive places laws. They don't even act on them. They don't do anything for any of the cases where guns are actually being used in sensitive places, but at least they have them. Now, I'm not an advocate for sensitive places or for yellow flag or red flag laws. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, instead of maybe coming up with new, novel ways to infringe upon gun rights or any type of rights of the citizenry of this country, maybe we just enforce the laws we have and see if we can work on the people element versus the actual rights element. Maybe. I don't know. You guys can let me know. But I got one more thing for you. Check this out. This subsequent inaction added up to an abdication of law enforcement's responsibility per the panel's 26-page report. Authorities even had probable cause to hold Card in protective custody and seize his guns due to his being committed to a mental health hospital that July. After being hospitalized, Card was restricted from handling Army firearms and was classified as a non-deployable in August. Again, is this a problem about guns existing? Is this a problem about red flag laws being applied to citizens nationwide? Or is this an actual case of the police or the authorities not taking protective action when they've been actually committed in order to prevent a tragedy like this, which are already on the books for laws across the nation? But no. That's not good enough. We can't say the sheriff did anything wrong, or the police did anything wrong, or the authorities did anything wrong, because that would be uncomfortable. That'd be a human element, which would require error. No. We need to infringe upon the very idea of your rights. So therefore, nothing bad can happen because there's no rights. Don't ignore all the problems over here. Just no rights, no guns. This report will probably be swept under the rug, and you're probably not going to hear about a lot of it. So make sure you send this one out, because this is a damning report which completely undermines any red flag law push, particularly in the exact same legislature of which this state came. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one.